Hi everyone, my name is Lindsay Bastian and I'm a third year environmental engineering and global health student here at Arizona State University. And studying those two fields, I'm super interested in how public and environmental health are interrelated. So today we're going to be talking on a subsection under public health. So for the next 5 to 7 minutes, I'll be giving a brief presentation on HIV testing. If at any point during this session you have any questions, please feel free to unmute yourself and chime in, or type your question in the chat and I will get to it. If at any point you need to step away from your computer to take a phone call or use the bathroom, feel free, just join us when you can. And I really want to make sure that everybody is comfortable in this conversation. I know that this is not a conversation that people have every day, so I do want to let everybody know that anything that is shared in this session will remain confidential with me, and I would like to extend that same offer to the rest of the group. So if everybody agrees to keep this session confidential, would you please raise your hand? Great, it looks like everybody has raised their hand, so thank you all. And I just wanted to start off by saying I am super excited for you all as expectant mothers, and I can already tell that you are going to be great parents because you're already taking that extra step to make sure that you're protecting your child from HIV transmission. So thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it, and although I am not a mother myself, I do think that there is a lot of valuable information that I can share today. So thank you again for spending your time listening to this conversation. So a really important thing to point out for HIV is that there isn't a cure anywhere in the world, but there are life-saving treatments available. But the only way to get access to these life-saving treatments is to get tested. So if you get tested and you know your status, then you can protect yourself and your loved ones from HIV. So I have a question for the group, so if you would like to answer, please just chime in. Can you tell if someone has HIV just by looking at them? Yep, you're right, you can't tell. So somebody can have HIV for up to 10 years without symptoms and without feeling sick. So the only way to tell if somebody has HIV is by getting tested. So can anybody tell me any other reasons of why they think it's important to get tested? Yes, definitely. They could unknowingly transmit HIV to a loved one. That's a great one. Any other reasons? To fight stigma. So creating a culture of regular testing lowers stigma-related barriers for others in the community who also will get tested, definitely. And another reason is that, like I said, it could significantly impact someone's health if they go without treatment. And like I said, the only way to get access to treatment is to know your status and to get tested. So there are amazing medications available that greatly reduce the transmission from mother to child during childbirth. But the only way to get access to that treatment is to know your status, and the only way to know your status is to get tested. So it is super important. Great. So if you know your status, and if you get tested and you know your status, then you can protect yourself and your loved ones from HIV. So we know that it's important to get tested for HIV, and that the only way to get access to life-saving treatments is to get tested. So can anybody tell me a reason why they think people aren't getting tested, or a barrier that's standing in their way? Yeah, definitely. I completely understand that. Time. Everyone is super busy, and Not everyone has time to go to the doctor's office and get a test. There are actually at-home test kits available that are free and will be shipped directly to your house. You can go to mysterykit.org or gettestedaz.org, and both of those are free at-home test kits for HIV. If you did choose to go into the doctor's office, it's super fast. It only takes about 20 minutes or less. Any other reasons of why someone thinks that somebody else wouldn't get tested for HIV? Definitely, yeah, that's completely understandable. The fear of being positive. Yeah, there's actually pre and post counselors that can provide guidance to individuals who test positive. And these healthcare workers are dedicated to ensuring that their patients feel supported and that they get the care they need. And like I said, I think it's also important to reiterate that the only way to get access to those treatments is to get tested. So it's super important, yeah. Any other reasons? Yeah, definitely. The fear of people finding out their status. That's completely valid. I was actually nervous of that myself. All the results are kept confidential. It's between the patient and the doctor, so nobody needs to worry about that. Yeah. So, thank you all for listening to this talk about HIV testing. I really appreciate you all spending the time learning about HIV testing. And just remember that if you get tested and know your status, you can protect yourselves and your loved ones from HIV. And I wish you all a wonderful and healthy pregnancy. Thank you.